What's going on? This is My Life in a Shot. I'm your host, Donald Washington. This is my co-host, Renee. 37-year-old shot in that road rage incident. Now, the 37-year-old that was shot, he is okay. They're going to say this happened on 79th and Western at a Falcon Fuel. This is the Arbor-Gresham area community in the south side of Chicago. That guy that was shot, he is an auto detail worker. All right? The guy who shot him is still out there. But however, was that self-defense? What do you think about this, Renee?
I don't know about self-defense, but one of the things that we keep coming up with this is please do not confront someone. If you get into a road rage incident, please try to avoid it. Do not get out of your car to approach someone. I think that's very dangerous, and as you can see what this led to.
All right, so now you can see when that gray car and a white car both pull up, street smarts at that time, like my father said, you got to have book smarts and street smarts, all right? In a situation like that, you got to peep that other person's demeanor. Does he have more people in the car with him? Does he have a weapon? That's your key thought is, does he have a weapon?
And to be honest with you, that would be my first thought. Because my thing is, what are you pulling over to do? That's my question. What are you pulling over to do? So he gets out of the car with a tire iron, so you're ready for some type of physical altercation?
Right, so sometimes you may just get out the car and you trying to scare dude like, okay, cool, I got a weapon. I'm just trying to step out and tell dude, hey, look here, back up, homie. But you got to peep that other person's demeanor. Dude got out that car way too confident, like, hey, he stopped that car, got out, wait, and then he had his hand in his pocket. Yeah. That's when you got to peep dude, like, hold on. Especially right here, when he pulled out that gun, that's your key to, that's your key to just stop and duck the other way.
Yeah, and also keep in mind, Illinois does have the concealed to carry law, so.
Right, absolutely. So you don't know what's about to happen. That road rage is very dangerous. So now, especially right there, when he pointed, you definitely get up out of there. Let me tell y'all something. A scared man will shoot you much quicker than a brave man will. Understand that, y'all.
Yeah, so definitely please do not get out of your car to confront someone. And let's just say, for example, if the gray car was following him, you can't drive to a police station, or you can't call 911 and say that, hey, somebody's following me.
Yeah, you know what? But it's a lot harder for men. Like with something like that, our pride, our just anger and rage, just, you ready to get out. And so right there, that could be self-defense. His attorney's going to argue, hey, man, and when he pointed the gun, dude charged at him.
Wow.
That was your, bro, you know what I'm saying? That was your key to.
Yeah, especially, you're unarmed.
So right there is when the guy did shoot the 37-year-old. He is okay. And that's when he jumped in his car and he rolled. I think he was shot in the stomach, something like that, man. That could have been fatal.
Definitely. Getting shot in the stomach, yeah, that definitely could have been fatal. So, I mean, he was lucky. So I think the key takeaways is don't follow someone and do not get out of your car to confront someone. All
right, so now let's bring it to the news story.
WGN
Armored car robberies have been going on since February. They have a suspect. He is 24-year-old Brian Snyder of Chicago. They had the FBI, ATF, Chicago police, everybody on this case. And what they're saying is they had some type of DNA. All right, let's roll this news story right here.
Halligan joins us now live with details. Shannon.
Yeah, 24-year-old Brian Snyder of Chicago has been charged with conspiracy to commit robbery. In the 16-page criminal complaint, evidence from the FBI, ATF, and Chicago police paints a picture of the violent crimes prosecutors say Snyder conspired to commit. Brazen criminals robbed an armored truck in broad daylight. Video from this August heist outside a Lansing bank shows the suspects who demanded money from an employee. According to federal prosecutors, a group of criminals pulled off similar robberies 7 times since February. Investigators showed in charging documents how they used cell phone triangulation, recorded phone calls from county jails, and DNA to track down 24-year-old Brian Snyder of Chicago.
Are going to attract the attention and really dogged efforts of law enforcement.
Phil Andrew is a former FBI agent who said these kinds of crimes draw a big response due to the nature of them.
Armored truck robberies are not common, and they really do require kind of a sophisticated planning.
Charging documents show the group, including Snyder, were linked to 7 armored truck or ATM robberies in the south suburbs. The string started in February of an armored truck in Country Club Hills. Investigators said in each incident, a vehicle was stolen using a key reprogrammer and then used to commit the robberies. In total, the robbers took off with nearly $250,000. But during this Chicago Heights robbery, the armored truck driver slammed into the suspect's vehicle, and the thieves made off mostly with rolls of quarters. During the October 2nd robbery in Country Club Hills, a suspect shot at the truck driver, but security guards shot back. The group carjacked another driver to get away, and after a search warrant, investigators gathered robbery tools at Snyder's home, including rubber gloves, multiple firearms, and 6 cell phones. Andrew said the evidence gathered gives prosecutors a strong case.
These were very serious and dangerous suspects, and that a very, very comprehensive and coordinated investigation has managed to result in this indictment. And it looks pretty strong in terms of its physical evidence and the DNA evidence.
So this is the indictment that came out here. And they got caught due to some DNA. I think it was from that stolen car that armored truck driver rammed, and they had to get out.
Yeah, I think they also said something about some phone calls from jail, or I don't know if they were talking to somebody in jail, but they also said something about phone conversations.
Well, that they used, they would steal a car. That's another thing too, is that when I was talking about the stolen cars in Chicago, as far as with Brandon Johnson,
yeah,
that you must get, because they're used for the homicides, armed robberies.
Yep. And they were saying that they got the stolen vehicles by using key programmers. Right.
And so, absolutely. And so one thing about this is that if just as amount is the amount of effort to plan and plot and get away with that crime, you got to have a plan and a plot what you're going to do with that money after the crime. Also, youngsters, I need y'all to understand this. A lot of y'all are 19, 20. You got a partner you think gonna ride or die. You think your partner gonna roll with you.
Right.
I could tell y'all, make no mistake, ain't nobody sitting in that jail cell for 20 years. When that first person get caught, make no mistake, when they get offered 10 years off, 15 years off of a 30-year sentence, understand me, youngsters.
City on fire. Ooh, down to the wire. It's my life in the Shire.